Something we've seen artists and our favorite artists do is collaborate with brands for things such as food, drinks, items, and etc. Another is video games, a collaboration that has gotten quite common lately where there's a special event being held featuring that artist, or also when an artist will have a song of theirs be chosen as a theme song for the game, or there's also when the artist will make an original song specifically for that video game, hoping to reach a wider, diverse audience and also for more word to get on the game so more will be playing it. Another reason is the musician themselves also likes gaming or loves the challenge of creating a song that combines them as an artist and the world of the game, giving a complete moving experience when it is being played in the game. So today I'm going to share with you 10 artists that you probably didn't know did a song for a video game. And before I get started, don't forget to smash that like button and let's get to it. Number 10, Immortal Flame by Katy Perry. The song was featured on Final Fantasy Brave XVS, a song Katy Perry co-wrote with Faraz and Sarah Hudson, produced by one of the members from the band Purity Ring, and most likely this was a song from the prison session that didn't make it on the album. And fun fact, Sarah and Faraz actually performed this song together back in 2012 at Hotel 9. As for how this collaboration came to be, well, during Katy Perry's Witness tour in Tokyo, where she was approached with the idea for Final Fantasy Brave XVS, she gladly said yes, and Katy, who grew up playing Zelda, Mortal Kombat, and Mario, she thought Immortal Flame would be perfect to give out, since to her this felt like those two words together would be perfect in a video game. Announced on December 10, 2018, this song was exclusively only available for the game and featured a pixelated Katy Perry, and when you played the Katy Perry event, you were able to hear the song along with being able to get Katy Perry as part of your party member. Besides Katy Perry in the blue dress that was available to get, as the event continued, you were able to get Katy Perry in different costumes such as Katy Perry during her Witness tour, Katy Perry from 365 from her collaboration with Zed, and Katy Perry from Never Really Over. Number 9, Hunting Shadows by Aurora, a song Aurora wrote for Assassin's Creed 15th anniversary. Aurora being a big fan of the series since playing Assassin's Creed 2 and loved the music, especially Ezio's family theme and singing its signature singing melody. When she was approached, she felt honored and excited to be able to open for the anniversary with this song, and she couldn't wait to see what was next for the series. Number 8, Starwalker by Lil Nas X, featured in the League of Legends 2022 Worlds Tournament. In an interview he gave with Apple's One's Zane Lowe on September 23, 2022, when talking about the collaboration, he revealed it was challenging to get the hook done right. Even with having the verses already done, he went through about 50 different ones until he got it to something he liked. Also saying it was a fun experience in the studio putting it together. As for the reason why he did this collaboration, which wasn't because he's a gamer, but because his fan base has a lot of gamers, so he thought it would be cool for them. Number 7, Mirage by One Republic featuring Michelle Tamer, featured in the game Assassin's Creed Mirage, co-written by Ryan Tedder, Colton Rubin, Will J, Graham Booten, and Michelle Tamer, produced by Ryan Tedder and Graham Booten. When asked about the collaboration, Ryan Tedder, frontman of One Republic, said, "Most people don't know this about me, but my band and I are closet gamers. I've been a huge fan of Assassin's Creed since the beginning. Having toured extensively in the Middle East, I wanted to capture the spirit of that region and reflect the location of the game sonically as much as possible. I can't wait for our fans and fans of Assassin's Creed to hear what we came up with. This was a definite pinch myself moment." The song featuring Michelle Tamer, who was the opening act for One Republic's 2023 Summer Europeans Tour, when talking about this collaboration, he said, "To be featured on a song with my musical heroes One Republic that soundtracks my favorite video game is a dream come true. I am honored to be a part of this special collaboration with One Republic and Assassin's Creed." Number 4, Hope for the Future by Paul McCartney, featured in the 2014 video game Destiny, and not only did he do this song that featured his vocals, but he also was one of the collaborators who did the soundtrack for the video game. As for how Paul got involved, which was thanks to Marty O'Donnell and Mike Salvatore, who also composed the music for the video game as well. So a longtime partner of theirs, Lev Chapolsky, and I apologize if I didn't pronounce his last name correctly, from a company Blind Light in LA, who would help them get different voiceover talent over the years. In the beginning of 2010, he pitched the idea of collaborating with someone new and mentioned Paul McCartney to Marty. And the reason why he thought of Paul McCartney was because seeing him attend the E3 and seeing how interested he was in getting a new fan base from being a part of making the game Rock Band Beatles Edition, and from that he thought maybe he would be interested in working on Destiny. And even though he didn't have any connections to Paul, he was determined to make it happen, which in a few months he was able to get a hold of Paul McCartney's people to make it happen. And after a 20-minute meeting that ended up being 2 hours, and Marty showing him how music works in video games, conversations about kids, grandkids, and after having that great meeting, and almost immediately after, Paul wanted to collaborate and work on music, and they started pitching ideas and music together along with Mike the next 2 years, which was a dream come true for them, getting to work with such a legend. And in an interview Paul did with Fox 5 New York, when asked about the process, if there was a difference doing music for a video game, he said, writing a song for a video game was still similar because you still needed an idea, music and lyrics, but what made it different was you having to figure out where it's going to end up, since this was for a blockbuster video game. So he used his experience from writing a song, Live and Let Die, for the 1973 James Bond movie, and he also wanted to make sure the song stood on its own even if it was played on radio or on TV, that it would still mean something, but basically the process was the same. Number 5, Florence and the Machine. Not only did the band do 1 but 3 songs for the video game Final Fantasy 15, which the news of this collaboration was revealed during the undercover Final Fantasy 15 event on March 30th, 2016, released as an EP on August 12th later that year. And one of the co-producers of the project was Emil Haney, who's worked with Lana Del Rey and Bruno Mars, I Will Be, Too Much Is Never Enough, and the last being a cover of the classic 1961 song Stand By Me by Benny Keene. As for the reason why Stand By Me was chosen, it was because the song reflected the bond of friendship the character Noctis has, as we witnessed during the game, with his friends. When talking about the collaboration, Florence spoke about seeing Final Fantasy as a mystical, beautiful, and epic, and she thought it'd be amazing if a piece of their music could be a part of that. And after hearing a 2-hour classic music and video game special on the radio, which not only did she enjoy, but she learned a lot more of music that she did not know of in video games, and she took that as a sign and she wanted to see what she could do in creating these songs for the game. As for doing the cover of Stand By Me, she said it was all about bringing the song into the world of Florence and the Machine and the world of Final Fantasy, and doing this was such a great experience, and she was really grateful and thankful for this opportunity. Number 4, Blood Upon Snow by Bear McCreary featuring Hosier. Featured in the game God of War Ragnarok, a song Hosier described as something of a journey, constantly moving forward through the world between two people, something I always got from God of War. Bear also added that having Hosier on the song gave the character Kratos a voice, someone who underneath is this torment of emotions, something this game explores a lot deeper than before, and it's something his character wouldn't be able to say on his own that captures that inner emotion. When Hosier was asked during a Q&A with The Consequence to talk about the making of the song, which he said working with Bear was a great experience, when asked what drew him to being a part of this project, he said, "Well, I was familiar with the series. I'm interested in the digital arts as a maturing medium. The previous release in that series was sort of a game-changing, no pun intended, cinematic achievement, and I was quite impressed with a vision that was going to take a story in maybe 30 hours of a journey without one camera cut. So yeah, little things like that drew me to the project. And as a child of the 90s, I have been interested in the digital arts ever since my uncle gave me a Super Nintendo as a kid. Before I could read, I was dodging turtles, and then I'm familiar with Bear McCreary's work, a big fan of his work and his composing. So we just kind of looked into it. It sort of was thrown to me through Sony. I'm signed here in the States to Sony Columbia. It was something I wanted to explore, and it's something I'd never done before. So that was another reason." Number 3, No Promises to Keep by Lauren Allred, who you may know as a singer who sang Never Enough from the 2017 movie The Greatest Showman. Featured in the 2024 game Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the song first debuted at the 2023 Game Awards with a new trailer. We witnessed the character Aerith in a scene singing the song for a stage play performance, being Lauren Allred, Aerith's singing voice in the game. Though Lauren did not play Final Fantasy growing up, she became a fan of composer Nobuo Uematsu, and I apologize if I didn't pronounce his last name correctly, from watching friends play. And when she was contacted by Square Enix to sing the song, she didn't know it was for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, only that the song was by Nobuo, which right away she said yes. When speaking to M&E, she said it was an honor to work with such a legend in the industry and how special it was to be in the studio with him recording the song. She also revealed she spent time learning about Aerith, her perspective, personality, and the story of Final Fantasy VII to make that connection with singing the song that reflected Aerith's character, and she felt honored and privileged attaching her singing voice to a character that fans have loved for years. And here are honorable mentions before going to the last two. My Hands by Leona Lewis, originally released on her 2009 album Echo, and later was chosen to be the English ending theme song for the game Final Fantasy XIII. Becky G, Kiki Palmer, Zoe, Ian, Duckworth, and Thumos, who made up the virtual group True Damage, released a song called Giants for the game League of Legends. Fly Me to the Moon by Sia, which was a cover of the 1964 classic by Frank Sinatra and Count Basie, and this was a collaboration Sia did with Square Enix to promote Final Fantasy XIV and Walker. Then there's the band Imagine Dragons, who released a song called Child of the Sky for the 2023 game Starfield. Also their song Warriors, released in 2014, written and recorded alongside Riot Games, was used in a League of Legends music video to promote 2014 League of Legends World Championship. And then there's Touch It by Ariana Grande, originally released on her 2016 album Dangerous Woman, which ended up getting a remix for the mobile game Final Fantasy Brave XVS. And just like the Katy Perry event, you were able to hear this remix while playing the event, and also you were able to acquire different Arianas for your party. Skrillex, DJ, producer, and songwriter who co-wrote and co-produced alongside Hikaru Utada, who also sang the past theme songs for Kingdom Hearts, and Pooh Bear, who's worked with Justin Bieber to make the English and Japanese opening theme song for Kingdom Hearts 3 Face My Fears. Number 2, Lilith by Halsey featuring Suga, which was a theme song for the 2023 game Diablo 4, which some, especially fans of Halsey, may already have known about. This song, originally released on Halsey's 4th album If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power, but was reimagined for the game Diablo 4 with some different lyrics and production, and was revealed at the 2022 Game Awards, where Halsey also got to perform a bit of the song. With the announcement, ended up sharing more details about it on social media, saying, I first fell in love with Diablo when I started playing as a senior in high school, so to be a part of this 10 years later is pretty damn sick. Plus I get to pay homage to my favorite character from If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power. In the process, lots more to come in this partnership. And later on, Suga was revealed to be a part of this reimagined collaboration, which Billboard got an exclusive first look of the music video for Diablo 4, which Suga revealed he also grew up playing Diablo. He also said he was excited to play Diablo 4 once it was out, and that he would be playing when he's on tour. And Halsey said they were thrilled that they got to collaborate with Suga in this new version of the song, and that they were there as a fan and a collaborator, and that they always wanted to collaborate with Suga with this type of concept, and they hope that their fans of Diablo and Suga also love this as well. Number 1, Death Stranding by Churches. Besides already had done a song Warning Call for the 2016 game Mirror's Edge Catalyst, they ended up doing another song a few years later, the ending theme song for Death Stranding. According to Martin of Churches, we've already talking enough about video games on Twitter, and with time they made friends in the gaming industry, which Jeff Keighley was the one who set up the meeting with Hideo Kojima, director of Death Stranding. After finding out he was a fan of the band, which the band went to Kojima Productions to meet and hang out, got to see some of the game, which meant a lot to them, especially since Kojima had such an impact in the gaming industry, and they were honored to be involved in this project. And in an interview Churches did on March 2022 with Kojima Productions, they said that the song was written after watching Kojima play the game. It was important for them to achieve the somewhat inhabited atmosphere and emotional world of the game in the song. It wasn't easy, but they knew they had something where Kojima told them that he cried the first time he heard it. The goal really was to make sure the song felt a part of the game but also could stand on its own as a song. And Churches wasn't the only ones who collaborated in the game's soundtrack. Khalid, Bring Me the Horizon, and more also did a song for the soundtrack. I think it's pretty cool when an artist does do a collaboration for a video game, because already some of their songs are already used when it comes to fan edits with those video games, so I think it just makes sense. I do wish that Immortal Flame was available to purchase or at least stream on streaming services, because I love that Katy Perry song. I think it's such a shame that they never released it. I have like Star Walking and also the songs that Florence and the Machine did for Final Fantasy. But what are your thoughts on it? Do you like when artists do a collaboration with a video game? And who's an artist that you would love for them to do a collaboration with a video game? Which you could share down below in the comments. If I had to pick maybe 2 at this moment, I would say Billie Eilish and Adele. A future Final Fantasy, I think they will be perfect in doing a theme song for the game, or it doesn't have to be with Final Fantasy. It could be another video game series. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button and also subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you later.